Today I just wanted to share something that I found while I was cleaning my study out a little bit. Um, Back when I was a lot younger, up until just recently, I was a writer. I used to write a lot. I don't write as often as I do now. But because of that, I had a lot of really old notebooks filled with all of my writings of tons of sorts of different things, and I can't part with any of my notebooks. I mean, every single time I go through cleaning out my stuff and I hit the notebook section, I'm always going through them, and I always end up keeping like more than half of them. And during one of these episodes, which was like literally yesterday, I came across a book in one of my old boxes that I haven't really bothered to unpack yet because I didn't have anywhere to put them. I came across a notebook and it had a really interesting entry in it, just all by itself. And I decided I was going to share that with you guys because I thought it was really interesting because I do not remember it at all. Nothing, no. When I read it, I was like, okay, maybe. But I really don't remember it. So I'm just going to read it out to you guys. And, if I say something awkward, it's because I worded it really awkward. So I can't help that. I'm going to try my best to say everything grammatically correct. Okay, so this happened according to the log 5:30:12, and I wrote it at 11:49 a.m. morning. Okay, I believe I may have experienced my first night paralysis. For those not too aware of what that is, let me explain. It's a normal condition that happens every night when we go to sleep. Most people don't realize it's happening because it normally takes place after the mind goes to sleep. After the body notices the mind is asleep, the body follows suit. The paralysis also wears off before we wake up, sometimes. When this doesn't happen, it can be terrifying if you have no idea what's going on. Luckily, I had an idea, and at the time, it was too subtle for me to be shocked. It was more like I was waking up in the middle of my body waking up. Okay, it was a little after 5:30 in the morning when I woke up to find my entire right arm was numb with a dull ache. My first thought was that I had slept on it wrong. I sat up in bed and tried to move it and realized it was like a dead limb drooping at my side. That is an awful, awful feeling, I would think, but I don't remember it. It kind of freaked me out, but I just sat there and waited for the feeling to come back on my arm. When I was able to swing my arm, rotate my hand, and wiggle my fingers, I laid back on my back and got comfortable, making sure not to reposition myself on my side again and went back to sleep. Not an hour later, I woke up on my back and realized my left leg was all but dead to me on the bed. I began to fancy the idea that maybe I was experiencing paralysis. The thought made me want to forget about getting up at 8 and just get up as soon as my leg would move. My laziness went out and I went back to sleep. That sounds like me. Another reason that makes me believe that this was paralysis is what I can remember from my dreams. I had done something in my dream to wake myself up suddenly. One I can recall myself saying to some familiar face, but was an actual stranger, was, "Is it okay? Since this isn't real. It's all just a dream." The person looked shocked when I woke up to the pain in my arm. Yeah. So apparently, I have to revise my night terror video when I said I experienced my first sleep paralysis, because apparently I didn't. Apparently, I had experienced my first type of sleep paralysis back in 2012, and I wrote it down and then completely forgot all about it. Now, I don't think that earlier one back in 2012 is a paranormal experience, as I do believe the one I had in this house is, simply because of what happened. That one, to me, it just definitely sounds like, like a typical sleep paralysis, mind, body, REM state would do if you're waking up in the middle of your body waking up and stuff. And with, what happened here, it was more like there was something else in the room, like literally. I mean, I know that's like another hallucination is another part of it, but it felt different to the point where I'm actually able to remember it. So I don't know. I personally feel like that one was something else because my house is haunted, so it just makes sense that it would be it and not my dream state, because obviously it doesn't happen very often. But yeah, I just wanted to share that interesting story with you guys that I found. And it also kind of goes to another video that I'm going to be making probably today. I probably won't post it at the same time, but it relates pretty strongly to sleep paralysis and dreams in general. So I will be making that video and posting it later. This one will be the first one. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.